We're seeing more and more direct propositions being put in front of investors, and there are some great solutions out there for investors who feel confident in sorting out their own investing futures. The role of advisors, as we see it, is really adding value above and beyond what investors would typically sort out for themselves. And there are a number of areas in particular around making sure that you have a real goal in mind. What does the definition of investing success look like? Making sure that you maintain real balance in your portfolio, minimising cost in your investments wherever you can, and a critical role for investors will be helping the client maintain discipline around a long-term savings and investment plan. Traditionally, I think alpha is seen as the ability to outperform markets, and all of the data and evidence shows that while there is alpha in the market, it's incredibly difficult to capture on a consistent basis. Hence why I think we're seeing an increase in interest for indexing investment. Advisor alpha, as we would term it, is the difference that the advisor would make over and above what a client would typically achieve left to their own devices by going direct. Again, the data shows that investors can often harm their investing outcomes by making some fairly fundamental mistakes in how they invest. So the ability for advisors to protect clients from those dangers is what we would term advisor alpha. We actually run a program called the Advisor as Alpha, and whilst we don't put ourselves forward as business consultants, it's been our great pleasure over the years to see many great financial planning practices around the world transition from a product or investment based proposition over to a more holistic fee-based proposition. And we've just taken time to capture what we see as the best practices amongst those firms, and we offer to share those with financial planning practices in all the places we are around the world. The investment revolution is beyond just moving from active to passive. Fundamentally, what's happening is the best financial planning firms, we see a shift from anchoring their promise to clients being beating the market to one where the promise to the client is about helping that client meet their goals. Now, that sounds like a simple statement, but actually helping a client meet their goals means there's some significant structural change in how the business operates, the systems and processes that are needed within the business, the risk controls that are needed within the business. So quite often, a lot of the change required is beyond the investment process. It's actually how the whole business is structured, the processes that are run, the people that are contained in the business, how they're rewarded, and so on. Clients are perhaps as anxious as they've ever been. They want more assurance than they've ever had. They're holding firms with a higher level of scrutiny to a higher level of standard. And particularly firms are working out that they need to describe their value beyond just their ability to beat markets. Particularly in a fee-based world where effectively a firm will be asking their client to re-sign the fee agreement every year based on the value that's been delivered. And if that value equation is based purely on beating markets, that's a difficult thing to get right every year.